Arena in Kansas City until he retired. Raising a family was very important to Dad, always making sure our needs were met, keeping food on the table and shoes on our feet. The truth is, Dad loved all of us, and our entire family loved him. We all feel a great loss. Dad made a lot of friends throughout his life. He loved to walk all the time at Walmart.
Yep.
During his time at Walmart, he made some friends there. I was amazed at how many. Every area in the store we would go to, someone would say, "Hi, Owen, how you doing? Long time no see." I'm sure all have great memories of those little things Dad would do or say. I believe teaching me right from wrong was one of those do's. I was always getting into trouble. It seems I just couldn't stay away from it. After one of those times, he took me aside and told me, "You know, there comes a time where you have to grow up and have to make a mark in life and treat people like you want to be treated." Excuse me. It's what made me change my ways over the years. I will always be thankful for everything Dad taught me, as I'm sure all of us are. And if there's anything that anybody would like to say, it'd be now would be the time to come on up and say if you have any memories or anything that you'd like to express.
I had to do a report in school when I lived with Grandma and Grandpa in the green. Everybody knows the green houses. Anyway, I had to interview him and find out about the jobs he'd had. 4 pages of notebook paper later, single-spaced, I said, "Grandpa, come on. This was supposed to be an easy report." I asked the person I thought would be the easiest person to do this report on. 47 jobs I think we had described. But Rodeo Clown was my favorite. Can you see him in those suspenders and those pants?
Isn't that where he didn't he break his nose and stuff there? Yeah, he got stomped and stuff like that.
Yeah, he rode he rode in the rodeo on horses, on broncs, and he also broke them and trained the horses.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing, but he got stomped.
He got a small puncture in his heart
from where he got stomped by a horse.
Yeah.
And so, that kind of ended that end of
of
his life.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, he still did go on and train them.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There for a while, we had 3 horses.
Yeah.
And Pam had one, and
that's right. Yeah. I never did get to see him too well, but.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really.
He had one for me.
That was something else.
Was it?
Yeah. And he used to. People would call him up and have him come over and break their horses for him.
Yeah.
And that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. He was an amazing man.
He was.
He was very amazing.
Our father was probably, one of a kind.
The thing that I remember most about him is he always tried to do right.
Right.
And that, very incredible. And he was always working. Always working.
Always.
I was afraid to talk to him most of the time because he was so busy.
Yeah.
He was always doing something.
Yeah.
And
he wouldn't stop. That's for sure.
He just kept going, and I think that's the way he was throughout his life. As much as he could go, he would go.
And that was the whole thing. And he said the day I quit walking around going places and walking around is the day I'm not going to be here any longer. And that's really where all that was.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for a real fact that that's the way it went.
I remember him being very stubborn. Very stubborn. But he would tell really good stories. If you sat down and actually sit with him for a long enough period of time, he would tell you all kinds of good stories. And I remember he told me he was born under a covered wagon in a barn.
Right.
So if you ever said, were you born in a barn? He'd be like, yeah, I sure was.
Yeah, that's what they used to tell me, were you born in a barn?
Yeah.
And I would say, no, but my dad was born under a covered wagon.
In the barn.
I thought he said it was in a barn under a covered wagon. So.